Okay, so the last thing I want to show about cat muscle is its collision ability. So just take any one of these and we can see that we have a little collision detection area. Just use this off of the rig really quick to show you how it works. So I'm going to go into Helpers, Cat Objects, and create a new cat muscle here over to the side. We'll give it a few segments so that we can really see what we're dealing with, and then just create a collision object. So in this case I'll use a sphere. Just create a basic sphere here, and we're going to use that as our collision object. So we'll go ahead and select the muscle, scroll down and click Add under Collision Detection. Pick the sphere and you'll see that the muscle starts to deform to the sphere. So we can see this a little better, I'll just set the display of the sphere to box. So now you can see as we move this through that muscle, or the muscle moves over that mesh, we're going to get the collision of it and it's going to push out. So this is a really great way to do some sort of sliding skin and things like that. You can even integrate this using the planar muscle here with the muscle strand to use the bulging muscle that would slide under skin, and what you would do is just skin this muscle to your skinning or skin wrap solution, and then the strand muscle would just be kind of there for collision. So let's just take a look at putting this on our character over here. Maybe just around this area when we're doing some of the deformation, this guy collapses a little bit or isn't quite in the shape that we want. We want more of a ball for this shoulder area. So we can go and create a sphere or any other geometry that you want to use and say, okay, well, this is going to be, the ball of this muscle or something that kind of lies underneath that we want this to slide over. So we'll make this a little bit bigger. And then select our muscle, add it to the collision detection, and now that muscle will kind of deform over that area. So what I'll do again is just set this to display as a box so we can see the way that this has a little bit more volume to it, and wherever this moves it's always going to try and stretch over that ball. So this is pretty good for something like a shoulder joint like this. And we can also take this piece and link it to any part that we want in the rig. So if we take this and link it to the clavicle, then that ball is going to follow along with the clavicle and give us some fairly interesting deformation. So we could do this as well with the chest, because maybe when it stretches out to the side here we'd like it to have a little bit more volume in the center. So we'll grab another sphere, and as I said, I'm using spheres here, but you can use any geometry that you want. Just kind of put it into place, and then from the muscle itself I'll make this a box right away, and then from the muscle itself we'll add it as a collision, and you can see it start to deform and collide over that. So now when this stretches out more, it follows that topology a little bit better, and we may need to go in and just give this a few more V segments so that we can kind of see how that happens. So this is a nice and very fast, pretty much real-time solution for doing collision detection with your muscles. It keeps it really simple. There's not a ton of different parameters. There's a couple of sliders you can adjust here for your objects, but just simply putting something underneath that muscle so that the muscle can slide on top of it and get deformed to keep a volume and possibly even get some sliding skin type of stuff happening.